Sup witches, how are you all today? I hope everybody's doing good, and if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gianna. I'm a witch and I talk about witchy things, so if that sounds great, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, so moving into this video, I want to make this kind of a quick one. I thought it would be a really good idea to start sharing what books are in my library with you guys, so you guys kind of get an idea of what helped me along, what books I find interesting and helpful, and I want to do reviews on them so you kind of have an idea of what you're buying before you buy it. So, to kick off this new book review series that I'm doing, I thought I would talk about my favorite beginner book, and that is 6 Ways by Aiden Wachter. So this book is amazing. It's amazing for a beginner. I got this book, I think it was last year, and even though I've been practicing now for like, oh my god, 15 years, I'm so old. I'm so old. Oh no. Okay. Whew. So even though I've been practicing for 15 years, I found things in this book that were helpful and new to me. I kind of wish that I had this book back when I first started because it touches on things that I consider fundamentals now, but in the books that I was reading, it never really touched on that. So, this book offers a non-dogmatic approach to magic. So what does this mean? This means that it's not connected to any sort of religion. He does touch on animism, which I do find a little bit more spiritual than secular, but for the most part, this is all just practical magic, which is great because a problem that I found with beginner books as a new witch was they were all about Wicca. It was all fluffy bunny magic, and I didn't feel like I was getting the meat and potatoes until I actually kind of switched over from these like beginner books into the more occult heavy books. So I really like that this book kind of avoids that problem, yet still gives a nice layout of different basics. Like, it touches a little bit on a lot of things, and I like that. So let me start off with this. I started working on trance work very late into my practice. I kind of consider that a foundation because these altered states of consciousness is really where we can cast magic most efficiently. And this book actually starts building you up to be able to go into trance. We start off with meditation and entering silence and really kind of building up a skill on that. And then he talks about building your skills in trance work and then even taking that beyond the hedge. So I, as a hedge witch, kind of wish that this was a part of my beginner curriculum because trance kind of came very hard to me. I still struggle with it a little bit. But it's all a practice, right? Another thing I really like about this book is it gives extremely useful spells and rituals. In this book, he kind of coins these as marriage-worthy rituals, and that basically just means these are rituals that are for the long term, that you're going to be using a lot. And I noticed he was right. There's a lot of rituals in here that kind of became part of my more immediate practice. There is a spell for reclaiming your personal power, which basically means any circumstance that you gave your power in that circumstance, you now call it back to you. And after doing that, I felt so whole and so powerful that it really just stuck with me. He goes over a lot of the basics. He talks about runes, he talks about sigils, he talks about divination, pendulum magic, which how can you get more simple than the pendulum, right? So he does go over a lot of the basics. However, he touches on a point that I think is kind of advanced, but he does so in a way that beginners will easily grasp a concept and, be able to start working this practice of magic. This practice into your daily life, and that is servitors. I didn't start working with servitors until I was like a decade into magic. I was very late on the servitor game, but this introduces it in a way that I really, really like, and it talks about vessels. It's really great. I don't want to make this video too long, but I do recommend this book. I think it's one of the better ones. One more thing that I really like about this book that I think I can close on, he lays out magic in a very simplistic, practical way, useful way, but he does so in a way that makes you think. So this book really helps you build up your own ideas, and I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And he gives you different ideas of where you could take this ritual or where you could take this idea of magic. And I think that's really great. He really inspires open-mindedness, and he inspires critical thinking, which is so important. So important in magic. You need to be a critical thinker. But that's it for me. That's it for this book. I think my next book review is going to be his second book. So keep an eye out for that, especially if you go out and grab this one, which I highly suggest. And no, this is not a paid video. I'm not that big yet. I would like to be that big as to have sponsorships and all that, but I'm not. So this is just my honest opinion. I really do just love this book. So until next time, guys, happy casting. If you've read this book, let me know what you thought of it in the comments. If you want to read this book, let me know in the comments. If you love this book, if you hate this book, let me know in the comments. And until next time, happy casting.